Another thing that I would like to really quickly go over is the fact that Jordan Henderson was dropped today against Man City. We've seen club obviously given a lot of favoritism towards the starting the captain multiple times. In fact, many were expecting to see him play today, an important role, especially with Konate missing. But the question is more of a long term question. So, Rigo, do you agree that this is now that we switched to a 4-2-3-1, this might be the time that Jordan Henderson role could become more clear, so he could become more of a substitute from now on, or do you think he still has a very important role to play in that starting 11?
Until new players are brought in, I think he's going to continue starting the majority of matches. I think him being rested today has more to do with him starting the last four matches since he came off of injury, and as well as Fabinho, coming off the bench in those matches as well. So I think the partnership of Thiago and Fabinho probably was in a little bit better shape as far as minute-wise. With the amount of injuries we've had, and Jordan being one of those as well, you kind of have to manage those minutes. And I think that, along with Fabinho being more sound defensively, way better defensively. I'm sorry, not even more sound, just way better defensively than Henderson is playing against Man City, factored into that decision as well. You need everybody on it, and as we've seen, Henderson has led to creating a lot of opportunities for other teams and or goals with the lack of pressure, his physical ability, or just letting players get by him and not tracking back. That I think that played a factor into him coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Now, also, we do have to consider the fact that many players in the midfield are coming back from injury. We've seen the likes of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's now finally recovered. He took out in his first training session with the Reds, and Naby Keita, who should be coming back soon as well this month. Anthony, with that being said, with players coming back and with the January window coming up as well, where do you think that Jordan Henderson's future lies?
His role today, I think that's the role we see from him in the future. I thought he did decent compared to him off the bench, and obviously it's not easy trying to attract Man City players. And when you, like I already said, when you're against low oppositions, it's going to be much easier. So I thought he did a decent job in. That's probably the role for him in the future. I think Dan, you already know, Naby Keita, I think he has got to start man against next to Thiago. Even Fabinho, I thought he did really well today. He's another player who stepped up. I thought for the past season. Even last season as well, there's a bit about him where it's just like he weren't really trying it. He's jogging back. He's not sprinting, and you could just see he weren't really at it. But today he stepped up, and if he keeps it up, he's a now-on starter because he's one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. And obviously Thiago, we all know he's just on another planet at the moment compared to all our other midfielders. So I feel like Fabinho and Thiago obviously rotate with Keita, Henderson, and then Elliott is probably going to take that right midfield spot, but. Henderson, I reckon, like I already said, I think come on last 15, 20 minutes in matches, then we're fine and could obviously start the odd match as well.